folks to say hello. Another opening of another show. You cross your fingers and you hold your hearts. It's curtain time and away we go. Another opening of another show. There's no business like show. Business like no business I know. Everything about it is appealing. Everything the traffic will allow. Nowhere do you get that happy feeling when you are stealing that extra bow. There's no people like show. People, they smile when they're alone. Even with a turkey that you know will fold, you may be standing out in the cold. Still, I wouldn't swap it for a sack of gold. Let's go on with the show. Ah, wonderful. Oh, it's so nice to be able to sing.
Isn't it?
Gosh.
Without a mask on.
I know, and another human being.
I know.
Amazing. My name is Andrew D. Brewis, and I'm going to be here for the next hour or so playing some show tunes, and I'm joined this evening by the wonderful Maria Kesselman. So let's play.
Songs they have sung for 1,000 years. The hills fill my heart with the sound of music. My heart wants to sing every song it hears. My heart wants to beat like the wings of the birds that rise from the lake to the trees. My heart wants to sigh like a chime that flies from a church on a breeze. To laugh like a brook as it trips and falls over stones on its way. To sing through the night like a lark who is learning to pray. I go to the hills when my heart is lonely. I know I will hear what I've heard before. My heart will be blessed with the sound of music, and I'll sing once more. When my heart is lonely, I know I will hear what I've heard before. My heart will be blessed with the sound of music, and I'll sing once more. Drone, a deer, a female deer, ray, a drop of golden sun. Me, a name I call myself. ray, a drop of golden sun. Me, a name I call myself, far, a long, long way to run. So, a needle pulling thread, la, a note to follow, so, tea, a drink with jam and bread, that will bring us back to do. Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do, so, do, re.
Every morning you greet me, small and white, Edelweiss. You look happy to greet me, blossom of snow, may you bloom and grow forever. Bless my homeland forever. Bless my homeland forever.
Every mountain, search high and low, follow every byway, every path you know, climb every mountain, ford every stream, follow every rainbow, till you find your dream, a dream that will need all the love you can give. Every day of your life, for as long as you live, climb every mountain, ford every stream, follow every rainbow, till you find your
Wonderful.
Mr. Andrew Brewis.
Oh, thank you so much. Well, I've gone goosey. I don't know if anybody else has. Oh, it's a wonderful, wonderful.
Oh, yes, it's you next. I can go off.
You can.
Go off.
Now, here's an old song by George and Ira Gershwin, and it first came to prominence in a musical called Girl Crazy. I got rhythm, I got music, I got my girl who could ask for anything more. I got daisies in green pastures, I got my girl who could ask for anything more. Old man trouble, I don't mind him, you won't find him knocking round my door. I got starlight, I got sweet dreams, I got my girl who could ask for anything more, who could ask for anything more. I got rhythm, I got music, I got my girl who could ask for anything more. I got daisies in green pastures, I got my girl who could ask for anything more. Romance trouble, I don't mind him, you won't find him knocking round my door. I got starlight, I got sweet dreams, I got my girl who could ask for anything more, who could ask for anything more. There may be trouble ahead, but while there's moonlight and music and love and romance, let's face the music and dance before the fiddlers have played, before they ask us to pay the bill, and while we still have a chance, let's face the music and dance. Soon we'll be without the moon, humming a different tune, and then there may be teardrops to shed, but while there's moonlight and music and love and romance, let's face the music and dance. And that song was first introduced into the world by a certain Frederick Austerlitz, otherwise known as Fred Astaire. But I think Nat King Cole's version is probably the one that people think of more often than not. Now, this next song is an Irving Berlin song about how to get dressed up for a night out on the town. I think we've all forgotten what a night out on the town actually is. We have to slip out of those tracksuit trousers, which we've all got so used to over the last 12 months. And we have to put on our top hats and our white ties and our tails. And I love the fact that in this song there's no mention of trousers. I just got an invitation through the mail. Your presence requested this evening, it's formal, it's top hat and white tie and tails. Nothing now could take the wind out of my sails, because I'm invited to step out this evening in top hat and white tie and tails. I'm putting up a top hat, mussing up a white tie, brushing off my tail. I'm putting in the shirt studs, I'm polishing my nails, I'm stepping out into breathe an atmosphere that simply reeks with glass. And I trust that you'll excuse my dust when I step on the gas, for I'll be there, putting on my top hat, mussing up my white tie, dancing in my tail. Yes, I'll be there, putting on my top hat, mussing up a white tie, dancing in my tail. Welcome back, Miss Maria Kesselman.
Thank you.
I was going to sing a wonderful song.
Yes, I love that song, Top Hat, White Tie and Tail. I used to love the film. It was Top Hat, wasn't it?
Yes,
it
was.
from?
Fred Astaire and
Wonderful.
Ginger Rogers, yes.
My mum was a wonderful pianist as well. And,
She was a wonderful pianist.
no, she as well. And whenever we had a few people round, Mum would insist on giving them all a concert, you see, with me singing and her playing, whether they wanted a concert or not. They had no choice in the matter. And if anyone dared to speak or even whisper during this concert, Mum would get up abruptly from the piano stool and she'd walk forward and she'd say, "It's not bloody background music," and then sit down demurely on the piano stool and we'd continue. And this next song was one of our party pieces. Luckily, there isn't an audience here this evening to make a noise. Otherwise, she'd be looking down from above or indeed up from below. Very, very disapprovingly. A little bit of Edith Piaf. How soon the shadows would depart if you would give me back your heart. How life would take rosy hue. Could we begin it all anew? Take me to your heart again. Let's make a start again. Forgiving and forgetting. Take me to your heart again. Let's leave behind from then a life of lone regretting. Dearest, let's turn back the years. Let smiles come after tears, like sunshine after rain. I'm yearning for you by night and by day, praying I soon hear you sing, I love you. Then we'll never part again if you will take me to your heart again. Dans ses bras, il me parle tout bas, je vois la vie en rose. Il me dit des mots d'amour, des mots de tous les jours, et ça me fait quelque chose. Il est entré dans mon cœur, une pas de bonheur, quand je connais la cause. C'est lui par moi, moi par lui dans la vie. Il me l'a dit un jour pour la vie. Et dès que je l'aperçois, alors je sens en moi, moi que Mr. Andrew Brewis.
Wonderful. I can relate to the story about your, excuse me, your mum saying it's not background music. I've spent years and years and years and years playing background music. Lots of venues kind of all over the world, and it's amazing what people come up and ask you when you're playing a piece of Cole Porter or Gershwin or Sondheim, whatever it might be, and you're right in the middle of a song and somebody will come up and ask you, "Excuse me, do you know the quickest way to Waterloo?" We do. And giving directions to the toilet is always a good one in the middle of a lovely romantic ballad. I remember one time that I was playing, somebody came up to me and said, after I'd finished playing, because the music stopped when I finished playing, and they came up and said, "Oh, I didn't realise you were actually playing. We just thought you were miming." So, there you are, never mind. One of my musical heroes as a songwriter is Mr. Cole Porter, amazing man. It's a little tribute to him. I've got you under my skin. I've got you deep in the heart of me, so deep in my heart, you're really a part of me. I've got you under my skin. I've tried so not to give in. I say to myself, this affair never will go so well. Why should I try to resist when, darling, I know so well that I've got you under my skin. I would sacrifice anything, come what might, for the sake of having you near, in spite of that warning voice that comes in the night and repeats in my ear. Don't you know, little fool, you never can win. Use your mentality, wake up to reality. But each time I do, just the thought of you makes me stop before I begin. 'Cause I've got you under my skin. Yes, I've got you under my skin. I always wondered how you can stop before you begin, but do I love you? Do I? Doesn't 1 and 1 make 2? Do I love you? Do I? Does July need a sky of blue? Would I miss you? Would I? If you ever should go away, if the sun should desert the day, what would life be? Will I leave you? Never. Could the ocean leave the shore? Will I worship you forever? Isn't heaven forevermore? Do I love you? Do I? Oh my dear, it's so easy to see. Don't you know that I do? That I show you I do. Just as you love me. Night and day, you are the one. Only you beneath the moon and under the sun. Whether near to me or far, it's no matter, darling, where you are, I think of you. Night and day, day and night. Why is it so that this longing for you follows wherever I go? In the roaring traffic's boom, in the silence of my lonely room, I think of you. Night and day, day and night, under the hide of me, there's oh such a hungry yearning burning inside of me, and its torment won't be through till you let me spend my life making love to you day and night. Night and day, day and night. Night and day, day and night. Night and day. Oh, he used to know how to write a tune, didn't he, that man? Fantastic. Please welcome back Maria Kesselman. Yes.
There we go.
You're back. Now, this is this has become a standard, hasn't it? This next song. This song is called "I Dreamed a Dream," and it comes from a musical that started in the 1980s. Amazingly, it's been going that long. Which is now, it's just called Les Mis now, isn't it? And everybody knows what you're talking about. So originally this song was called J'avais rêve d'une autre vie, which means I dreamt of another life, rather than I dreamed.
I quite like that.
Yes, I dreamt of another life. And this song has been sung by lots and lots of people. Just trying to think of the people that it's been sung.
You can't think of one, can you?
I can. Do you know it's been sung by Neil Diamond, actually?
Has it?
Yeah, Neil Diamond had a big hit with this.
Lord.
Yes, apparently. I've never heard
Gosh,
it.
that would be interesting.
Maybe somebody has. But it became the fastest selling UK single after Susan Boyle recorded it.
Did it?
Yes, and she sold about 700,000 copies
Amazing.
of the song. It was amazing. Would you like to send 700,000 copies of your...
I wouldn't mind.
No, I wouldn't mind. Okay, let's give this a go.
I dreamed a dream in time gone by, when hope was high and life worth living. I dreamed that love would never die. I dreamed that God would be forgiving. Then I was young and unafraid, when dreams were made and used and wasted. There was no ransom to be paid, no song unsung, no wine untasted. But the tigers come at night, with their voices soft as thunder, as they tear your hope apart, as they turn your dream to shame. He slept a summer by my side. He filled my days with endless wonder. He took my childhood in his stride, but he was gone when autumn came. And still I dreamed he'd come to me, that we would live the years together. But there are dreams that cannot be, and there are storms we cannot weather. I had a dream my life would be so different from this hell I'm living, so different now from what it seemed. Now life has killed the dream I dreamed.
let him rest, heaven blessed. Bring him home, bring him home, bring him home. He's like the son I might have known if God had granted me a son. The summers die one by one, how soon they fly, on and on, and I am old and will be gone. Bring him peace, bring him joy. He is young, he is only a boy. You can take, you can give, let him live. Let me die. If I die, let him live. Let him live. Bring him home. Bring him home. Bring him Beautiful piece of music. Oh, I remember seeing that. I think it was probably in the first couple of weeks that it had been at the Palace Theatre.
Yeah.
A friend of mine rang up and said, "We've got a spare ticket." His sister couldn't come,
Oh, wow.
and be completely blown away.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
it's one of
Yeah.
those songs has stood the test of time, and I
Absolutely.
think they'll still be singing that in 100 years'
No,
time.
I'm sure. They're wonderful writers, aren't they? I was fortunate enough after leaving the Royal College of Music to join the first ever production of The Phantom of the Opera, donkeys years ago. Firstly as understudy to Sarah Brightman, and then I ended up playing the part of Christine opposite Michael Crawford, which was fun. And of course it was amazing to be part of such a wonderful new production. But as we know, new productions have their teething problems, don't they? And this show was no exception. I'm sure that most of you will know that there is a boat that features rather heavily in the show. And this boat is run by remote control with some poor sod at the side of the stage trying to work it. And when we opened the show, unfortunately, it shared its radio frequency with the local taxi rank. It's true. And one could often hear, this was usually during Michael Crawford's rather sensitive rendition of Music of the Night, a London cabbie uttering the immortal words, "Is it all right if I drop you on the corner, love?" Which, echoed through the auditorium and spoilt the moment somewhat, if you can imagine. Either that or the boat would, get stuck halfway across the lake, or it would hurtle towards the orchestra pit, forcing Michael and I to abandon ship and, demonstrate our best walking on water acting. And that was just, but a few. There were, the chandelier would come crashing, nearly kill everybody that was on the stage. The stairs wouldn't go up, they'd get stuck. It was almost like it was jinxed. We were very late opening the previews, So anyway, this is the wonderful love duet from Phantom of the Opera.
Forget those wide-eyed fears. I'm here, nothing can harm you. My words will warm and calm you. Let me be your freedom. Let daylight dry your tears. I'm here with you, beside you, to guard you and to guide you.
Say you'll love me every waking moment. Turn my head with talk of summertime. Say you'll lead me with you now and always. Promise me that all you say is true. That's all I ask of you.
Let me be your shelter. Let me be your light. You're safe, no one will find you. Your fears are far behind you.
All I want is freedom, a world with no more night, and you always beside me to hold me and to hide me.
And say you'll share with me one love, one lifetime. Let me lead you from your solitude. Say you'll need me with you here beside you. Anywhere you go, let me go too. Christy, that's all I ask of you.
Say you'll share with me one love, one lifetime. Say the word and I will follow you. Share each day with me, each night, each morning. Say you will love me.
You know I do.
Love me, that's all I ask of you.
Promise me.
Let me go too. Love me, that's all I ask of you.
Goodness me. So that was your first big professional gig.
Yes.
Wow.
It was. Well, it was my first. It was my first professional gig. I did a professional gig when I was about 15.
Yeah.
Because I went to a stage school called Arts Educational, and actually, when I was 11, I did the Royal Festival Hall in the Nutcracker. I did that. That was my first professional gig.
Wow.
And then I did Death in Venice at Covent Garden as a dancer. So that was all at arts. But yes, since leaving college, that was my first professional gig. And I wasn't going to, I was going on to the opera course after 4 years of study. And my mum said, oh, why don't you write to one of the big classical agents in London? And I said, oh, don't be ridiculous. That was a constant thing I used to say to Mum, don't be ridiculous, they won't be interested. And anyway, she said, oh, go on. So I wrote this letter to Ibsen Tillett, who was the big classical agent. Yeah. And it was just the timing. They rang me the next day and they said, well, Andrew Lloyd Webber needs somebody who's an opera singer who can also dance on point, and we can't find anybody. So they sent me along to the New London Theatre, and I sang the dual song from Faust. Andrew Lloyd Webber was there, and, Uncle Tom Coblin or Cameron Mackintosh.
Gillian Lynn, I guess.
Gillian Lynn.
Wow.
And then Andrew came down onto the stage. He said, well, we really loved it. We'll send you the script on a motorbike. Motorbike came round all the way to South Harrow. They delivered the script. And then I, went back and did several recalls and all the rest of it. Yeah, so didn't know what hit me, really.
It's been downhill since then.
That's right. It's been interesting.
We were talking, actually, just before we came on.
Yeah.
There's quite a few places that we might have worked exactly the same time at the same place.
Yes, and never knew
each other.
No.
Because I used to play the piano at the Ritz Casino downstairs.
That's right. And I was in the casino as well.
Who knew that?
That's right. Watching people lose all their money.
Yeah, and the green room at the Café Royal when that was an amazing cabaret venue.
Yeah.
I was the warm-up act.
Yeah.
And you did a night there as well.
I did a night there with Sheila Ferguson on first, and then I did the second half. And with a pianist called Warren Wills, and
it's funny when you're doing those things, isn't it? Because I remember when I used to play for like a whole load of parties, and there used to be the glitterati were there, and of the time, lots of famous people. Anthony Newley.
Elaine Stritch, you said you worked with.
I played the piano once for Elaine Stritch at the Savoy.
How amazing!
I know.
How amazing!
Yeah.
Love that woman.
She was a force of nature.
Force of nature. Yeah.
But at the time, and I was one of those people that never wanted to be kind of slightly corny and take photographs with people. Wasn't the sort of
wishing
thing
you
to do.
had now, aren't you?
Now, yes, I haven't got any copy of it. Oh well, never mind.
Is it your turn?
It is. Yes.
All right,
We'll see you
I'll
later.
go then.
Thank you. Anyway, my first professional gig was playing piano for a production of. What was it called? Somewhere Over the Rainbow. Wizard of Oz, that's the one, yes. Yes, the Wizard of Oz. And amazing cast. We had Ed Stewart. Do you remember Ed Stewart? We had Ed Stewart, I think he was the Scarecrow. For the Lion, we had Charlie Drake. And we had Fenella Fielding in as well, and she was the Wicked Witch of the West. And Michaela Strachan of Springwatch fame. She was playing Dorothy. And I was there playing piano. Amazing. So my first... and the main... what's his name? Musical director was a chap called Derek Tavener. And Derek Tavener's claim to fame is this little song, which the Americans amongst the audience won't recognise, but if you're British, you will recognise this song. Who do you think you are kidding, Mr. Hitler, if you think we're on the run? We are the boys who will stop your little game. We are the boys who will make you think again. 'Cause who do you think you are kidding, Mr. Hitler, if you think old England's done? Mr. Brown goes off to town on the 821, but he comes home each evening and is ready with his gun. All together now. Oh, who do you think you are kidding, Mr. Hitler, if you think we're on the run? We are the boys who will stop their little games. We are the boys who will make you think again. 'Cause who do you think you are kidding, Mr. Hitler, if you think old England, if you think old England, if you think old England's done? Somewhere over the rainbow, way up high, there's a land that I heard of once in a lullaby. Somewhere over the rainbow, skies are blue, and the dreams that you dare to dream really do come true. Someday I'll wish upon a star and wake up where the clouds are far behind me, where trouble floats like lemon drops away above the chimney tops. That's where you'll find me. Somewhere over the rainbow, bluebirds fly, birds fly over the rainbow. Why then, oh why can't I? If happy little bluebirds fly beyond the rainbow, why can't? Why then, oh why can't I? Now this next two songs are from a musical by Noel Gay, and it was put into London to really kind of lift the spirits. So I think they should put it on again, really, shouldn't they? Because we all need our spirits lifting. So this is two songs from a musical called Me and My Girl.
Do join in.
Me and my girl, meant for each other, sent for each other, and liking it so. Me and my girl,
No use pretending we knew the ending a long time ago.
some
Little church with a big steeple, just a few people that both of us know, and we'll have love, laughter, be happy ever after. Me and my girl.
30 people to be exact.
That's right. Some little church with a big steeple, just a few people that both of us know, and we'll have love, laughter, be happy ever after. Me and my girl. Anytime you're Lambeth Way, any evening, any day, you'll find 'em all doing the Lambeth walk. Oi! Every little Lambeth gal with a little Lambeth pal, you'll find 'em all doing the Lambeth walk. Everything free and easy, do as you don't well pleasy. Why don't you make your way there? Go there, stay there. When you get down Lambeth Way, every evening, any day, you'll find yourself doing the Lambeth, doing the Lambeth, doing the Lambeth walk. Oi!
You didn't bring your spoons, did you?
No, I didn't. Or the pearly hat, or anything. This next song is very apt, one might say. I think you'll see why. It's a little ditty by Tom Lehrer about, yes, about that really, about the importance.
Good timing.
It's very good timing. About the importance of sharing. Let's let him get himself together. Right. I love my friends, and they love me. We're just as close as we can be, and just because 'cause we really care. Whatever we get, we share. I got it from Agnes, she got it from Jim. We all agree it must have been Louise who gave it to him. She got it from Harry, who got it from Marie. And everybody knows that Marie got it from me.
Giles got it from Daphne, and she got it from Joan, who picked it up in County Cork, a kissing the Blarney Stone. Pierre gave it to Sheila, who must have brought it there. He got it from Francois and Jacques.
Did he?
Oh, lucky Pierre.
Lucky Pierre. Now Max got it from Edith, who gets it every spring. She got it from her daddy, who just gives her everything. She then gave it to Daniel, whose spaniel has it now. Her dentist even got it, and we're still wondering how. Oh, but I got it from Agnes, or maybe it was Sue, or Millie, or Billy, or Julie, or Willie, or it doesn't matter who. It might have been at the pub, or at the club, or in the loo. And if you will be my friend, then I might. Mind you, I said, I might. Give it to you. What song could be more apt? And although Tom Lehrer performed that song throughout the 1950s, but he never actually included it on one of his albums for fear of it being too risque. I can't think why. Can you?
No, really.
No, absolutely.
The things they have nowadays.
I know, exactly.
Goodness.
Anyway, it's your turn, I think.
It is. Right. Talking of songs that were banned by the BBC. This song was originally banned by the BBC, written in the 1930s. And it's a song, it's a tragic song, actually, a tragic story about a young girl about to go out for the first time amongst gentlemen. And her mother calls her aside and says, "Minnie, you're all dressed up in your finery and you look absolutely beautiful. But just remember everything that I've told you. And above all, remember to be very, very careful." But she had to go and lose it at the Astor. She didn't take her mother's good advice. Now there aren't so many girls today who have one, and who'd ever let it go at any price. They searched the place from penthouse to the cellar, in every room and underneath each bed. Once they thought they saw it lying on a pillow, but they found it belonged to someone else instead. They found it belonged to someone else instead, yes. They found it belonged to someone else instead. But she had to go and lose it at the Astor. She didn't know exactly who to blame. She couldn't say just how and where she lost it. She only knew she had it when she came. They questioned all the bellboys and the porter. The chef appeared to be the guilty guy. The doorman also acted quite suspicious, but he coyly said, "I'm sure it wasn't I." He coyly said, "I'm sure it wasn't I." Yes, he coyly said, "I'm sure it wasn't I." But she had to go and lose it at the Astor. It nearly killed her mother and her dad. They felt as bad about the thing as she did. After all, it was the only one she had. They just about completed all their searches when the chauffeur walked up with it in his hand. All they did was stand and gape. There was Minnie's sable cape, and she thought that she had lost it. She thought that she had lost it. She thought that she had lost it at the Astor. Wonderful. I remember singing that in my 20s, the first time I came across that song. And my peers at the time thought thought I'd gone and lost it up at Asda. It's not quite the same, though, is it? This is a beautiful, beautiful song. once again, well, it's written by Jerome Kern, and the lyrics are by Dorothy Fields. And it was a Academy Award winner, Best Song, 1936. I think I was born at the wrong time. Comes from Swing Time. Beautiful song. Someday, when I'm awfully low, when the world is cold, I will feel a glow just thinking of you and the way you look tonight. Oh, but you're lovely with your smile so warm and your cheeks so soft. There is nothing for me but to love you, just the way you look tonight. With each word your tenderness grows, tearing my fear apart. And that laugh that wrinkles your nose touches my foolish heart. Oh, but you're lovely, never change. Keep that breathless charm. Won't you please arrange it, 'cause I love you just the way you look tonight. So soft, there is nothing for me but to love you just the way you look, just the way you look, just the way you look tonight. Song, and I'm sure that a certain songwriter must have listened to that song before he wrote a song about a lady in red. Yes, it always reminds me of it. I'm sure there's a link there, which reminds me of a time when I was playing in a certain club where I was resident for about 13 years, and I can remember one of the members came in and said, I think he'd been at the races, he'd been at Ascot. And maybe a little bit the worse for wear, and he put two £50 notes down on the end of the piano. And he says, when my wife comes in, he says, could you play The Lady in Red? Now the problem is, he didn't tell me who his wife was. So that every woman that came in, I played the first 3 bars of The Lady in Red. So I don't know whether I played it for him or not. Also at this club, I remember I once played a piano duet with an idol of mine, Sir Bruce Forsyth. Used to come in quite a lot. I used to enjoy playing for him. And he said a nice thing about my piano playing. He said very often when he walks into a restaurant and there's a piano player playing the piano, he's got his heart sinks because it very often gives him indigestion because he wants to play it better. And he said he could listen to me play the piano all night, which was really rather lovely. And then one time, a certain Jimmy Tarbuck wandered in, came over to the piano, and he said, "Do you know this one?" And I said, "Yes, I do know this one." And this is what he sang. She gets too hungry for a dinner at 8. She likes the theatre, but she never comes late. She never bothers with those people that she hates. That's why the lady, she's a tramp. She don't like crap games with barons and earls. I won't go to Harlem and Ermine and Pearls. Won't dish the dirt with the rest of the girls. That's why the lady, she's a tramp. She wants the free, fresh, wind in her hair. A life without cash, she's broke. That's open. For Frank Sinatra, she whistles and stamps. That's why the lady, she's a tramp. The free, fresh, wind in her hair. Life without cash is broke. That's hope for Frank Sinatra. She whistles and stamps. That's why the lady. That's why the lady. That's why the lady, she's a tramp.
This is one of my favourite musicals.
Oh, it's wonderful. I love this. This is from Carousel. Oh.
Wonderful musical.
Oh.
If I loved you time and again, I would try to say all I'd want you to know. If I loved you, words wouldn't come in an easy way. Round in circles I'd go, longing to tell you, but afraid and shy. I'd let my golden chances pass me by. Soon you'd leave me, off you would go in the mist of day. Never, never to know how I loved you. If I loved you.
Okay, this next medley of songs will bring our little hour or so of music to a close. It's been wonderful to be here at the Riverhouse Barn again. Always loved playing here. And look forward to coming back again with an audience.
Yes. Thank you for being a marvellous audience, by the way. I'm sure you... yes. And the amazing team at the back who've done all this incredible lighting and sound and everything.
So
it's
thank you.
wonderful,
Yes.
thank you.
And thanks for tuning in, if that's what you do. You don't really
Yes.
sort of tune in, log in.
The World Service.
Yes, well, yes. So, here's no
Well, it's
introduction.
self-explanatory.
Yes, self-explanatory.
We've just been introduced. I do not know you well, but when the music started, something drew me to your side. So many men and girls are in each other's arms. It made me think we might be similarly occupied. Shall we dance? On a bright cloud of music, shall we fly? Shall we dance? Shall we then say goodnight and mean goodbye? Oh, perchance, when the last little star has left the sky, shall we still be together with our arms around each other? And shall you be my new romance? On the clear understanding that this kind of thing can happen, shall we dance? Shall we dance? Shall we dance?
I have often walked down this street before, but the pavement always stayed beneath my feet before. Now at once am I several stories high, knowing I'm on the street where you live. People stop and stare, they don't bother me, for there's nowhere else on earth that I would rather be. Let the time go by, I don't care if I can be there on the street where you live. And oh, that towering feeling, just to know somehow you are near. That overpowering feeling that any second, you may suddenly appear. People stop and stare, they don't bother me, for there's nowhere else on earth that I would rather be. Let the time go by, I don't care if I can be there on the street where you live. If I can be there on the streets where you live, if I can be there on the street where you live. Dope, bubble-you-bop.
Bed, I couldn't go to bed. My head's too light to try to set it down. Sleep, I couldn't sleep tonight, not for all the jewels in the crown. I could have danced all night, I could have danced all night, and still have begged for more. I could have spread my wings and done 1,000 things I've never done before. I'll never know what made it so exciting. Why all at once my heart
Maria Kesselman.
Thank you very much indeed. Thank you so much for tuning. Take a bow. Take a bow. Imagine they're all there. You are all there. Thank you very much. Good night.